Good evening, everyone. This is the KK4BE-147.300 Russellville, South Carolina repeater weekly net organized by the Active Amateurs Radio Group. This is a directed net that meets every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on 147.300 with a positive offset and appeal tone of 162.2 for this repeater. We wish to thank Rick, KK4B, for the use of this repeater. The net will last approximately 1 hour and is open to all licensed amateur stations. My call sign is KK4NNY. My name is Mark. I'm located in Summerville, South Carolina, and I will be the net controller for this evening's net using the club call sign of Kilo Kilo 4 Zulu Bravo Echo. At this time, is there any emergency, medical, or priority traffic? Please call now. Are there any relays of emergency, medical, or priority traffic? Call now. All's quiet on the low country front. That sounds good. The purpose of this net is to share information, practice, and enhance your ham radio skills. There's no particular topic tonight, just some open comments. There's a general Facebook page for the group. You can search for the Active Amateurs Radio Group. You can also search for the aaradiogroup.org webpage if you're interested in joining the AARG. This repeater can also be accessed via EchoLink, but I'm not sure if it's running at this time because the person that runs it is in the middle of a move. But you can find that via KK4BE-R. And we'd like to thank Howard WW4HG for running the EchoLink setup. Rick, KK4B, also has a repeater in Courtsville, South Carolina on 145.350 megahertz with a negative offset and the same PL tone as this one of 162.2. If the net goes silent, please wait 3 minutes or so for the repeater to reboot, and if nothing's heard after 4 minutes, we'll please QSY over to the 145.350 repeater to continue the net. Before we start with check-ins, is there a station that can serve as backup net control in case my station develops transmitter issues?
KK4NNY here. I got you, Mark.
Okay, thanks, Chip. And at this time, I'm going to put a call out for Howard for any club general announcements if he's here this evening. Whiskey 4 Hotel Golf. Howard, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. He's got a lot on his plate at the moment. The only announcement that I can think of at the moment for the club is the upcoming gathering is going to be July 11th, Saturday, July 11th at 11 a.m. at Baker's Barbecue in Summerville. It's on Central Avenue, and they've got some really good brisket and really good food. So please show up. And also, I know there's a couple of new applicants. We didn't have a quorum at the last month's Zoom meeting. So if those two new applicants are listening, please come to the Baker's Barbecue, and we'll get you formally get you into this group. And I guess if the other stations that attended Field Day are going to be here this evening, they can give us an update on that when it's their turn for the rack choose. Okay, now to check-ins. When asked to call, please state your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name and location. And at this time, we will start with short time and mobile stations only. Please call now. Net control.
Net control, please check in. Kilo Romeo 4, Delta Zulu X-ray, Alex in Macedonia. I'll be short time for now, unless I can take it.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo November 1, Kilo Sierra Romeo,
Nick in North Charleston. I'll be short time tonight.
Net control. Please check in Kilo Romeo 4, India Kilo Zulu KR4, IKZ, Charlie and King Street. Please check me in and out tonight. Thank you.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo Romeo 4, Kilo Echo Whiskey, Rick in St. George, short time. All right, we'll pause right there, and I'd like to recognize Kilo Romeo 4 Delta Zulu X-Ray Alex, Kilo November 1 Quebec Sierra Romeo Nick, Kilo Romeo 4 India Quebec Zulu Charlie, and KR4 KEW Rick. So thank you, Jumps, for stopping by, and next time I hope you can stay longer. Are there any other short time or mobile stations? Please call now.
Correction.
Net control, please check in November 0 Uniform Hotel. N0.
Correction, other stations.
It's Kilo Romeo 4, India Kilo Zulu, IKZ. Now it's Charlie and King Street. Kilo Romeo 4, India Kilo Zulu. Thank you.
Okay, Charlie, I had a K wrote over the Q, so thanks for the correction, but I got you now. Kilo Romeo 4, India Kilo Zulu. Thanks, Charlie. Any other short time stations?
Correction.
Oh no, go ahead.
Correction, Kilo November 1, Kilo Sierra Romeo, KN1 KSR, Nick in North Charleston, short time.
Obviously, I'm having a problem with my K's and my Q's this evening. So, okay, thanks, Nick. Got it. Kilo November 1, Kilo Sierra Romeo. All right. Any other stations, short time or mobile, that don't have Kilo as their suffix? Just joking. Call now. All right, nothing heard there. Okay, any stations running on battery or backup or generator power, please call now.
Net control. Hey, Captain, please check in Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Zulu Zulu, AM4 YZB, John and Grover, battery power.
That's pleased to recognize John, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Zulu Zulu, on battery power. Are there any other stations on battery or backup generator? Call all net control now. Okay, I'm going to open Pandora's box here, and if there are any EchoLink stations, please call now. All right, nothing heard there, and it's about time for station identification. This is the Tuesday night 147.300 net on the KK4B repeater, and I'm net control station this evening of Kilo 4 Zulu Bravo Echo. And at this time, we're going to call for stations. We'll start with November through Zulu stations. If you've got November through Zulu in your suffix, please call net control now.
Net control. Net control, please check in. Whiskey 4, Romeo, X-Ray Lima. Angelo, Goose Creek, I'll stick around tonight.
Net control. Hey man, it was like playing bingo, honestly. I was checking off boxes and I was like, no, no, but then you hit that and I was like, man, I hit all parameters. Bingo, go ahead and check me in there. KK4BE-R, man, over here in the Wildcat Chase, man.
Net control. Hey, Mark, check in Kilo Quebec 4. Romeo Tango Bravo. Ronnie about corner. All right. Please recognize Whiskey 4 Romeo X-Ray Lima Angelo, Kilo 4 Whiskey Bravo Tango Jason, and Kilo Quebec 4 Romeo Tango Bravo Ronnie in Monk's Corner. Any other stations with November through Zulu in your suffix, please call now. Okay, we'll go for Alpha through Mike stations. Alpha through Mike, call net control now.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo, Foxtrot 5, Charlie, Juliet, Golf, Nick in Georgetown.
All right, that is pleased to recognize Kilo Foxtrot 5, Charlie Juliet Golf, Nick in Georgetown. Any other Alpha through Mike stations, call now. Okay, nothing heard. We'll put out a call in a few minutes for any and all stations in a few minutes. Okay, that's going to get us, we're going to start the rag chew section now, and I really don't have much to add, just wishing everybody for this coming holiday weekend, have a safe and sane holiday weekend, and just be careful out there with the heat. And next on the list would be Chip, Kilo Quebec 4, Nancy Mike Yankee. Chip, your turn for the rag chew.
Hey, Mark, thank you for running the net tonight, and good evening to the rest of the net. Not much to report here. Deb and I did have a real nice camping trip last week. We spent Monday through Thursday up at Black Rock Mountain State Park in northeast Georgia. And I had a real good time, did a bunch of hiking and relaxing, and it was nice. I appreciate you filling in for me, Mark, on NetLogger while I was gone. Yeah, and that's been our life for the last week. So say 73s all around, and KQ4NMY. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Chip. I'm glad you had a good time out there, and I saw one of your sunset pictures that you had posted. That was real pretty there, so I'm glad you had a good time. The next several stations were short time, so that brings us down to John. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Zulu Zulu. John, your turn to come.
I'm sorry, man. KM4BE-R. I was spraying down. Roger. Thank you for calling the net tonight, man. I think you do a rundown of how field day went. I think it went over very well. We actually had 3 clubs participating together there at the state park, at the College State Park. We had somewhere between 20 and 25 folks total show up, all 3 clubs combined. I was getting my hands on the sign-in sheet. Radio Association Carrot Club. That's the 910 group. The SARS group, that's Talkahatchee Amateur Radio Society, RG. We had RG out there representing this club, and I'm not going to go down the whole list. I put that all this information is out on Facebook for those that they have not seen. That's why I'm going to give you all the rundown here. Let's see. Carrot Club and STARS set up an HF. They're all scared employees. They had a 10-meter station, QRP, of course, as he always is. And I set up a 6-meter station with a circular antenna, I guess you would call it a halo, that I'd never used before. I was rather impressed with it. Pointed in the matching on it. I've got to work on tuning the thing a little bit better, but Mr. Sam, KUSA, made a few contacts on 6 meters on my rig, so we let it drop. Also, we'll be able to get points for Deer Smokes. The Deer Smokes was present, who is also a ham operator and DMRS operator. Handful of fellas from the were there, who were also ham operators. This be right up in the local paper here in Waldeboro, over in Waldeboro. Probably this week when that comes out. Try to get a link to it. I imagine you probably have to pay a subscription to look at it online. I'll see what I can do about getting a copy. Post on the Facebook page that we closed as well. And what's really interesting was that a father and his son showed up there who happened to be friends with the president of the Carrot Club. And they are GMRS operators. Just is the young man's name. He's 34. They're involved with Civil Air Patrol, and he's looking forward to getting his ham license. He said he hadn't been studying for it because he thought he had to be 18 to take the test. But he got corrected on that. He was able to make a couple HF contacts on the HF station out there. So he's all license. Let me let it drop again. So Shelby is located up in Earhart, which is a long way from Russellville. So it takes a massive for him to get into Russellville when he gets his license. But in the meantime, with him being a GMRS operator, he's pretty well in range of my smoke handheld. And he can tickle it with a hand to get in from home. So I'm going to give him a UHF base station antenna. It's Florida Great Frequencies for GMRS. And I'm going to give him a mast. Man, some of these vehicles are loud fast here. But I'm going to give him a mast. He can go a little higher than that. But where I'm worked is LMR 400. If anybody happens to have some LMR 400 they can donate to a young man who's interested in getting a license, and also been invited to join the ARG. If anybody would have something like that, nothing less than LMR 400 due to the loss, RF loss at UHF. Anything less would be a waste of time to put up, and a waste of the coax to be used at that time. At any rate, if anybody can help, I'd sure appreciate it. Give me a holler. And, that's kind of on the whole thing's happening. I'll turn it back to you, Captain. Appreciate it. KM4BE-R.
All right, John, that was a good rundown, and glad there was a big turnout, 20-some folks. That's great. 3 clubs and a bunch of energy. Fantastic. Hope everybody has. Don't forget to submit those logs. And all right, it's again time for Station IT. This is 147.300 weekly Tuesday night net on the KK4B repeater, and my call sign for this evening is Kilo 4 Zulu Bravo Echo group. And next on the list is Angelo, Whiskey 4 Romeo X-Ray Lima. Angelo, your turn.
Evening time, everybody. Not much. Yeah, we are coming up on a July 4th weekend. And it seems like it's going to be one of the hotter than a firecracker. I'm supposed to meet up with my son either Friday morning or Saturday morning. I'm going to do some photograph work for him. He goes out to Folly a lot, and he does surfing. So I'm going to try to get out there and do some photographs of him surfing. Anyways, that's about the only thing I got planned for the week. I really don't like getting out there on the road on a holiday weekend, but I'll try to make that Folly Beach trip since I already told my son. Other than that, I do not got much to report. Okay? So stay cool, and we'll say 73s for right now. Back to you, Net Control W4RSL clear.
All right, Angelo, fantastic, and that's cool. I used to surf when I was younger. I really hurt myself. I tried it now, or drown myself. But cool. That's neat that you're going to be going out there and taking pictures. And just on a side note, this Saturday is July 4th, and remember that song from Chicago? Saturday in the Park. I think it was the 4th of July, and
Yep.
So I asked AI today. I said, "How often is on a Saturday?" And they said, AI said 6 to 11 years based on the leap year cycle, but only about 14 times a century. So that song, I guess, has a little more uniqueness. 14 times in 100 years. Saturday in the Park, 4th of July. Next on the list is Jason, Kilo 4 Whiskey Bravo Tango. Jason, your turn.
Yep, KK4 WBC, man. That's true though, because I heard that. I actually heard that the same thing by Chicago. I actually listened to the song in general. We took a cart ride, and it's just kind of on the playlist. Comes up every once in a while. But either way, man, yeah, it's hot. Amazingly, just hot, and it's not unusual. There's no reason to be real hyped up about it. There's no real storms or rain chances for the next few days. It may creep in on Saturday, I guess, around 20%, but really nothing at all. Not until probably Sunday, where it does make it around 30 isolated thunderstorms, PM thunderstorms Tuesday, but still 90, 94, 95, 96, 98, 97, 96, 96, 93, 91. The thing that's in common, there's 9s. There's a bunch of them. And it's hot, man, So I guess it can be a good night, a good evening for 4th of July. I've been out here riding out and about all over the neighborhood on the golf cart. I didn't know there was a community like that. So, I've seen something on Facebook, and they were like, hey, these people are coming together over here in this area. And I thought, well, hell, that's right around the corner. I'm going to go ahead and take one of them cart paths. And we loaded up the kids, and I headed out. And, we did. And what a train it was, man. And the dude with the train horn and the whole thing right there in front of us. It was pretty wild, throwing candy out all throughout the neighborhood on a pre-4th of July type parade with about, I don't know, I would have to say there's about 100 cars, man. Maybe more. It was weird. I don't think I ever seen that many golf carts in one place with flying things flying around on them and things of the nature. But either way, it was still pretty cool. I could dig it. But that was after a long day. Hold tight, though. That was after a long day because we had started out that morning, Saturday. We rode out to Colleton State Park because I have a weird thing with reading things and processing time and things of that nature. And I like to, show up on time. So, hey, man, you know, once we got up and moving around, we shot out the gate, no problems. And we got up there, I'm not sure what time. And we hung out for a good bit as people started to pull up, you know. I was thinking, all right, I don't know what time this thing started, 10 o'clock or something of that nature. I don't know. But either way, you know, I traversed the whole park, man, took a look at it, and it's pretty cool, straight to the point, man. Like, hey, come over here, park here, get this, get that. We got this primitive thing that we got this right here in a half-moon circle. It's called Colleton County State Park, man. And here's a cabana or a gazebo or an area that's covered, you know, with things under it, you know, where you can sit at. And that was pretty cool, man. Then walk on down the trail down to the river, which, you know, was pretty cool as well, man. Always cool. All that stuff was real good, and it was about a 45-minute drive. But about 12:30, man, you know, hadn't seen anybody really out there that I knew, but everybody that I did run into were good people, man. We had conversations, we hung out, and we exchanged things like they gave ice cream, okay? And it was chocolate. And it was actually made in a churn. You know what I mean? Not by churn, you know what I mean, like kids, but in a churn, like a ice cream churn thing with ice around the outside of it. And salt. Hold tight, though. Hold tight. And so they offered ice cream, and we hung out, and they laid out boards to throw sacks of sand and bean at holes. Some kind of game like horseshoes, but with bags. Hacky sack, I don't know. I think that's what people that don't wear deodorant, I think they hacky sack. But either way, it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed that and thought I'd roll out, you know. And as I was rolling out and going down the road, I'm not really too sure where I'm at on any given moment, even right now. You know what I mean? But I'm rolling down the road, and I was like, it weirdly looks familiar. I'd never come down this road from this direction. And then I saw a house over to the right. As I was going over, I saw a white truck behind it, and I felt this weird presence, like that could be John, man. I think that was John. And so I went on down the road and pulled over in a place that I probably shouldn't pull over. I got on the telephone and called out and was like, hey, man, where are you at? And he's like, well, I mean, I'm like at the house, you know, like where are you at? And, you know, lo and behold, that was him. Met him at the shop. I was like, look here, I'm going to Orangeburg. I know I drove 45 minutes to Colleton State Park, but I want to drive 45 minutes for barbecue. I want to go to the original Earl Duke's barbecue. From the original times in South Carolina, long time known. And he was like, hey, go up here, this and that. So I did. But during that time, I ran through Charles, and Charles said he was going out. And I was like, man, I tell you what. I was like, look here, I'm going to go and eat, and I'm going to drive the 45 minutes back to Colleton State Park. So I made it back, and we hung out, and we ham radioed, man. We ham radioed in the park, man, made some contacts on the Field Day Active Amateurs Radio Group, and a bunch of other groups come together and got it done. Might have been 2 contacts, but it happened. I got pictures to prove it. But either way, it was an enjoyable time, and, you know, it's pretty cool to see that there's hams in other places that you don't even know. You know what I mean? Hams are all over the place. With the ham beans, I don't know what she said, but either way, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Drove around my elbow to get to my, well, you know, good ham friends. How about that? And it was pretty cool. And I enjoyed it, and I'll give it back to Net Control. Appreciate it. Anybody else to check by, you know, everybody else on Field Day. Enjoy 4th of July. And hey, man, anybody else out there, look at your hands right now. This may be the last time you have 10 fingers. Have a good 4th of July. KK4BE-R, man, back to Net Control.
All right, Jason. Sounds like you had a great day out there with driving out there, running into everybody, and having some good barbecue. That's cool. And I'm telling you, Cane Bay, some neighborhoods in Cane Bay put a rockin' fireworks display going on. So you're going to be in for a treat. And if you want to drive all the way to the front end there at Palmetto Walk, they have every year they have a heck of a bash. It seems like every street and every subdivision is having a contest against the other streets. It's going to be a good time. Again, it's time for station ID. This is the KK4BE-147.300. Tuesday night AARG net, and my club call sign is Kilo 4 Zulu Bravo Echo. And before we get to Ronnie and Nick, thanks for hanging out there, guys. Let me see if there's any late check-ins. Anybody wishing to check in, please call me.
I don't think Charles has checked in yet.
Net control. Net control, please check in. Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Bravo Bravo. That's KR4 CBB. Cali in Orangeburg, short time.
Okay, Nancy, please recognize Cali, Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Bravo Bravo. Thanks for stopping by, Cali, and you're sounding good this evening, making it into the repeater. Full quiet. No other check-ins on that round, so that brings us to Ronnie, Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo Tango Bravo. Ronnie, your turn for comment.
Good evening, everybody. KQ4RTB. Let's see. We went to Surfside Beach to the campground up there last week, and was it Monday? Past Monday, and we spent the week up there at the beach and done a little metal detecting and store hopping, and let's see. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday the low tide was in the late evening, about like this, you know, and so I wasn't out there in the sun, so I spent about 3 hours each evening out there on the beach, and I think I walked 2.5 miles each day in the course of that, and didn't really come up with much. But I did find one old 10K ring. It's been out there for a while. It doesn't have sea life growing on it. But anyways, Lions Beach opened yesterday, and I went out there and hit the swimming area, and was able, I say, what was it, $8.50 and change I picked up, but no jewelry. You know, it's weird. Not too much trash as I was expecting. You know, that's back from when the old Lions Beach was open. So, you know, all that was laid in the water since then. But you know, we had a good week, you know, for vacation. So it didn't rain any. So it's only we finished up the end of June today. So I took my last reading this morning, and we finished up June here with 2.56 inches, and which June is normally 4.5 to 5. So we low. And let's see, year to date, rainfall is 13.14, and you know, normally on average it's like about 2 feet of rain we've had normally up to this point of the year. So we in shorts here. So what else I got going on here? Let me let it drop. That's about it. I had kind of been working on 2 old clocks and got those, you know, some old mantle clocks, and replaced the dial with one. Another one I took completely apart and repainted the case and put it back together. And while I was at the beach, I did try to do some HF, and there's too much noise in the campground. The campground was packed, you know, all the campers are close together, but I had a lot that was big enough to set up my portable antenna, and only heard maybe 1 or 2 far off stations, and I couldn't reach them. It was just too noisy, and I was too enclosed, I guess. I should have went on the beach, out on the beach like some of them fellows do, throw a wire in the water. Anyway, that's all I got. Good to hear everybody, and sorry I missed the net last week, but I was out and about, so and field day, so hopefully we can catch up on winter time this year, on the winter event. Anyway, that's all. I'll turn it back to you, Mark, KQ4RTB.
Okay, Ronnie, sounds good. Glad you had a good time. Yeah, we missed you from the Tuesday and the Saturday night net. And boy, I tell you, a storm came through here Saturday, and we got 2 inches of rain, all kinds of lightning. A house 2 streets over from us got hit, blew out their air conditioner, started a fire, and then the houses on either side, it blew out their air conditioning systems, and a few, like one guy said he lost 14 lights in his house. So it was an event for sure. But yeah, I guess we definitely, my lawn and my water bill is reflecting the fact that we're not getting the rain that we normally get. But thanks again. Good to hear you out here, Ronnie. And thanks for stopping by. Next is Nick. Nick, thanks for sticking around. Kilo Foxtrot 5, Charlie, Juliet Golf, your turn.
Well, thank you very much. This is KF5CJG. Let's see. I've been, I guess, kind of keeping the yard watered as best I can with this dry spell we've had. And I really am thankful for when it does rain because it means I don't have to water. Let's see. I've also been working on getting radio configured in my truck, or at least the first radio. And I was trying to figure out how to do that in my Super Duty, and Howard said, "Oh, I use a LiPo battery in my new truck." And so I got looking at that, and I said, I think that's a better solution. That's the direction I went. So I've got a 30 amp hour for my one radio now, and I have a distribution block, and I bought one of those built right, I guess plates, I guess you could call it, that goes behind the rear passenger seat in my truck. Got that all put in with the radio on it, and also a distribution block. And so that's working out pretty good. And I've got an antenna for it, and working to get the antenna installed. So it's all good. And the radio I put in there is my Connect System CS800 because it has all you need is RJ45 to separate the head from the radio. So there's no fan on this unit. It's just got a big heat sink on it. So that's kind of nice. And uses a little bit less power that way too. So anyway, that's what I got going on, and looking forward to hopefully make it to the next meeting there at Baker's, and it would be great. I think I didn't hear the time. I guess I want to assume it's 11, so you can come back, Mark, if that's not right. But also, I wanted to know what length LMR 400 are you looking for there, John? This is KF5CJG. Back to next row.
Oh, thanks, Nick. John, are you still there?
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to respond, Mark. KM4YTV. Mr. Nick, let me get back with you about that. I'm not sure yet. Let me get back with you about that because I just got the fellow's phone number tonight. I didn't realize, I wasn't thinking about some things that I had over here in the storage container. And I came home and I was putting up some of my stuff Saturday. And I said, man, there's the perfect antenna for the dude right there. And it's brand new in the pack. So I've reached out to Rusty, and I've gotten their phone number, and I have not contacted them yet. I'll contact them tomorrow, and I'll get an estimate on that. I'll give you, I think I've got you, I know I have your phone number. Thank you, Nick, and I'll let you know soon. Thank you, Nick. KM4YTV.
Okay, thanks, John. And Nick, thanks for your comments. And my son in Virginia, he's wanting to get an antenna for his truck, and so I'll be bugging you guys with trucks and see what kind of mount. He says a mag mount won't work on his Toyota Tacoma, so I'm going to see what kind of plate y'all use to mount an antenna there. But anyway, that'll be for another discussion. And okay, that brings us to the end of the list. This is Kilo 4 Zulu Bravo Echo on the Tuesday night 147.300 KF other late check-ins to the net, call now.
Net control. Please check in Kilo K4 Alpha Yankee Alpha. That's Daniel Mobile. Harleyville.
All right, Daniel, Kilo 4 Alpha Yankee Alpha. Thanks for checking in, and you broke up just a little bit, but if you want to go ahead with your comments, come now, please.
I ain't got much going on. Work. But I'm still kind of far out, but it's all good. Glad to hear everybody on the net. Appreciate you doing that, Mark. KK4BE-R.
Okay, Daniel, good to hear you. And again, it was great to see you a couple weeks ago at the Fancy State Park. So, okay, that's the end of the list. One last call for late check-ins. Call net control now.
Net control. Net control. Not a check-in. I already checked in, but made it to the shack. KR4DZX.
Okay, Alex, we'll bring it back up to you. Your turn for comments.
Yeah, nothing too much going on here. Just changed the mobile setup a little bit, put a new antenna on the mobile, a new magnet mount on the roof, ran some new coax, got that all buttoned up today, and then Saturday we went up the tower and changed the top tower, and what else? We put a, I think it's a seven element beam for 2 meter, top of the tower at about 65 feet. And got a new radio in line in the shack. Other than that, just some farm chores and, living the old lifestyle out here. Nothing too crazy going on. Back to net control.
All right, Alex, sounds great, man. 60-foot tower, that's outstanding. And thanks for coming back to the net here this evening. So that's it. That'll be the conclusion of the net. And we'd like to thank Rick, KK4B, for the use of his repeater, not only for this net, but also for the weekly operations of everybody here. I'd like to thank Chip for running NetLogger tonight, and I'd like to thank the 14 stations that participated in tonight's net. And hope you all come back out next Tuesday. And for those that have 6-meter capability, we do have a Saturday 6-meter net at 8 p.m., but it's going to be the 4th of July. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of participants on that one. But anyway, this is Kilo 4 November Yankee, turning the repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3, and good night all.
Nick, you still listening in here, KL?